Well, today's something a little bit different. Over the last few months I've had several requests for what sort of gear do I use. So seeing as we've had all this rain, the rivers are up, muddy again, I thought I'd spend a little bit of time talking about what gear I do use. Before I get into that, I just thought I might make people aware, if they're not already aware, that come August 1, the fishing regulations change with regard to lobsters and flathead. So obviously the flathead one affects me. Biggest change is bag limit drops from 10 down to 5. That's no big deal, but it's pretty easy to go past 5. So 5 per person per day. The other gotcha is personal possession. Don't know how they're going to police this one. You are only allowed 10 flathead in your personal possession. That takes into account those that you've got at home in the fridge. So if you caught 5 yesterday, 5 today, and you haven't eaten any, tomorrow will be just catch and release. Anyway, just thought I'd make people aware of that. Size limits haven't changed, still 36 minimum, 70 maximum. However, you cannot take the one above 70, which you previously could. So nothing above 70 now. Professional fishermen, the rules don't change for them. They can still keep whatever goes into their nets that are above 70. Anyway, let's get in and have a look at the fishing gear that I use. My main rod is an Atomic Arrows estuary. It's 7 foot. The line rating on this is 6 to 12 pounds. Now, just about all my rods, I think, have 6 pound line on it. With the leaders normally they go up to anywhere between 8 and 12 pound for the flathead. They're mono. The main line is all braid. I use an FG knot to connect the leader to the braid. I don't have any particular favourite for my leaders. It could be anything from Vanish to who knows what. If I just have a look at what's in my little bag of tricks here, I have Vanish. I have this FC thread. That's the one that's currently on there. What's this one? This is Vanish. What have I got down here? This is Vanish. So they're basically the two main ones I use, but I don't have a pet one that I want. Right, my next rod is it's a Shimano Raider 631. It has 3 to 6 pound rating on the line. This is it here. It has a bait caster on it, which is the Abu Garcia Black Max. Once again, about 6 pound braid. I can't remember what's on this, but it'll be either between 6 and 12 pound mono for a leader. All of these are typically used with soft plastics, although this one here, which is a Shimano Raider 7 foot, it's got a bait feeder on it. This is an Ian Miller designed rod. Very nice rod. In fact, it was my favourite go-to before I got the arrows. This one here I typically use for non-plastics, that is hard bodies. What I'm going to be trying out on it on my next outing is I've got 2 Shimaki Vibes. Now I'm going to try these out based on Matt from the Fishing Cartel. Check his channel out. He's been having a bit of luck. He fishes a bit north of here, but he's had some luck. So I'm gonna give these vibes a go. That's if this water ever clears up. I was down by the Camden Haven River 2 days ago. I don't think there was a high tide. I think it was permanently high. The amount of muddy water coming out, and it's right up with the edges of the river, brown as all get out. So it'll most probably be a week or two before I can even consider that. I suspect the Hastings is exactly the same, so there'll be no fishing for about another week. I do have a backup rod, very similar to the other bait caster. It's a 5'8" Nabba Garcia Max, and it's also got a Black Max bait caster on it as well. I used to carry it in the boat all the time. But there's a problem with one of the ferrules on it that has to be replaced, so I just carry these 3 that I've shown you in the boat all the time. I've most probably got about another half a dozen rods down in the garage. I haven't used them for ages. They're sort of feeling neglected at the moment. A couple of them are beach rods. Once again, I haven't been beach fishing for ages. What lures do I use? I've got a bag of tricks here. Most of them are Z-Man, a mixed bag of sizes and colours. I don't have a pet lure. For me, I've found most of them will catch fish. I've got green ones, I've got pink ones, I've got red and black ones. So at the moment, I guess if I'm favouring anything, it'll be a shrimp, green colour, and it seems to have been doing the trick for the last few trips out. In the dirty water, I have tried some of the pink ones with mixed success. That is, they don't seem to be performing any better than the green ones that I was using, but I have caught fish on them. Without going through them all, I've got a range of these boxes here which have got mainly hard bodies in them, although there are some bigger plastics in there. I had something else here a moment ago. Can't see where it was. It was a swim bait anyway. Oh, there it is over there. I've got 2 swim baits. They would be most probably about 100, 150 in size. I've never really had much luck with them, but I guess if I was in the shallows a bit more, I'd most probably use them. But in the deeper water, lively lures. I've tried some lively lures for when I'm trolling. Have caught flathead on them, but they don't seem to stand out any more than the plastics for me anyway. And then I've got my bag of tricks here. I'll just hold it up, but that's full of anything from a range of more plastics and lures. It's got a range of sinkers and hooks in there for when I am actually using fresh bait. And then of course in the top where I pulled out the leaders from, there's the usual things in there of pliers, gloves, hand protection. So that's basically all the gear that I use. Hope that's answered the questions for those that requested, what do I use. Nothing fancy, no high-end rods or reels. Personal feeling is that for estuary fishing you don't need anything really fancy. Hope that helps people out. Anyway, see us on the next video, which hopefully will be on the water. See you then.